a burst pipe. Here's what you should do. Shut off the water immediately at the stop valve. If you don't know where it is, find out now.
Welcome back. Yeah, been a long time since we've been in the game room. So what are these videos gonna be about? So when I had that big gap, that big break from YouTube where I was really busy, I've been picking up a lot of vinyl, and I also saved and restored those pieces that I want to keep, if that makes sense. So there's too much to get through, so what I'm going to do is number these videos. So if you're interested, then stay with it. If you're not, fair enough. So my approach is I'm not going to be picking up a lot of brand new vinyl now and then. So I'm going to break it down into 5 items with each video. So a couple of bits that have been salvaged from my old collection. Massive collection. Not only my own collection, I also pretty much inherited my dad's collection years ago. So it was really, really big, way too big. Got some regrets because I sold off a chunk of it on Facebook. You know, after the event, you really, yeah. And the thing that annoys me is I've been so kind of successful in saving some of the vinyl that, yeah, it really bugs me that a lot of that stuff that I let go probably could have been, you know, kind of pulled back from the brink. So yeah, one thing to say is I don't ally myself or align myself to any community. The so-called vinyl community videos are as toxic as the retro gaming community. I make my own videos. If you guys like it, you like it, in whatever shape or form. So as I say, I'll number the videos. I think we've got 2 pickups in this one and three records that have been salvaged. So yeah, and the reason why, I mean, I love vinyl. I've always loved vinyl from a really, really young age, and obviously recently I took the plunge and I got my beloved SL1210 back. Rasta Mouse is rocking the house tonight, and so yeah, after that I began the process, quite a laborious process, of going through those key items that I really wanted to keep. So I restored all those as much as I could. There's some really, really, really silly videos out there, real full of myths and legends about the best thing to do, and it's like the retro gaming community. It's kind of like it's a dictatorship. It's not even advice. It's telling you quite simply that what you're doing is wrong. What you're doing is wrong. And yeah, I don't have time for those kind of people. Before we go on, yeah, just to mention, if you're interested in it, don't forget, Xbox Live, the arcade store, is being taken down very soon. That's the 360 store. So I've secured the games that I'm on anyway. I've also got them installed onto a external drive. So if there's anything you wanted, I think it's in a matter of a couple of weeks. It might even be earlier than that. The service is still there. They'll still support, apparently they still support the patches and stuff like that, which is good. So yeah, but let's get on with this. So as I said, I've got five items. The ones that I've saved have all kind of got their own anecdotes. Background, let's give you a bit of background to my music. Extremely eclectic. I inherited that from my dad back in the day, and I always remember my dad, he had a great sound system. On a Friday, he used to a Friday evening, he would sort of, it was weird, my dad would sort of tackle the housework, the whole house, and you would hear anything from country and western. Sometimes he would listen to David Rodigan's show, the reggae show.
London, Alton. They say when Rodigan is playing.
So, and David Rodigan is still going. I still listen to that. It's fantastic show, fantastic show. So everything. I really have got a far range of taste in music. The one thing I can't take, I can't kind of tolerate it, is the kind of serious jazz, improvised jazz. I find it personally, I just find it a noise. It's just like I can't quite structure that kind of music. I realise there's serious depth to it and analysis, but it's the only kind of genre of music that I can't get on with it. So a bit of everything. And my main interest when I was younger, the glory days of hip hop, and more importantly electro, the early 80s. I'd say 1982 up until about 88, the absolute glory days. So yeah, as I say, there might be a few brand new pickups. I have got a few brand new pickups. I don't have anything in this particular video. So first up, I absolutely love the kind of mellow jazz funky sound. I've got Average White Band, Put It Where You Want. Yeah, Put It Where You Want. Love the Average White Band. Absolutely love their stuff. I did have some albums back in the day, so this is a pickup. Had to get it online. There's certain things I'm just not going to find, so I got hold of this. Fantastic price, fantastic condition. I have also, one of the first things I did was I bought myself some anti-static in the liners, just because I've always preferred them, and the more expensive upmarket kind of inner sleeves always had the anti-static liners in there. And many of these albums are 20, 30, 40 years old, attacked by mould and everything else, that I've had to sacrifice. As long as they've got no artwork, if they're generic inner sleeves, then I've sacrificed those and swapped them out because they've been damaged by mould. So yeah, really pleased with that. There's quite a bit of the Average White Band that I want to get into as part of the fun really, in going back to vinyl, is to find the more obscure stuff. And it's led me to, in the game room, it's led me to go back, I haven't done this for many years, to sit down and listen to music properly. You know, for quite a long time now, I've not even really got to grips of where my music collection is. I had some on a computer, some on the phone. I don't have a streaming service. I'm not gonna preach to anyone from the pulpit. I don't have a problem with it in principle. I just don't have it. I'd rather, something that's a curiosity, an album that I never heard back in the day. I'd like to get hold of it physically. Sticking with the Average White Band, brilliant live album. Person to Person. This is a double set. Nice gatefold sleeve, if we can get it in there. Again, mint condition apart from the covers. I'm not too worried as long as they really play solidly. I tell you one thing, I had one experience only with Discogs. One experience, and I said to the guy, I think it was Isaac Hayes' album, and I just said, if I don't understand your listing which claimed that it played well or anything, I can't think of how he phrased it and the rating it was given, but it was awful. It was awful. So I had quite a bad, very first experience with Discogs was bad. So, and I've had so much more luck with charity shops, eBay. I don't know, maybe I was just unlucky. So yeah, and they're slightly more inflated, the prices on there. I've also found quite a few, which I didn't even know existed, quite a few local record shops. Really nice one, very close, which is quite dangerous, very close to where I work. So yeah. That was Average White Band. Next up, these next three, if I'm correct, yeah. So all these next three have all been, these are all original. So way back in the day. Luckily, they don't smell of cigarettes anymore. Yeah, I used to be really quite a heavy smoker. Luckily, they've survived. You know, I was also involved. I was really involved in lots of pirate radio in southwest London, so it's quite a unique time getting involved with the import scene and everything else. But yeah, some of my records, my electro stuff, took a lot of abuse on the decks. It really took a lot of abuse, often in quite extreme environments, and it's no wonder some of them are still playable. Yeah, next one, really bizarre one. This, I just got someone that mentioned this years ago, way years ago. This will show you how eclectic my listening was. It's the Becker and Fagan collection. Again, this is really old. I picked this up a long time ago. Again, gatefold. Again, it's all about the sleeve notes. It's all about just reading everything in the sleeves. That's the gatefold there. I'll try and put pictures up of these. This was never, some of the tracks on here were never very good. They weren't mastered too well. Quite rough, in fact. And I don't think there's anything they can do about that, because I remember a few years ago, and this is a long time ago, when I first kind of dabbled with iTunes and I gave up on it, and I bought a couple of tracks of theirs, of Becker and Fagan, and the quality was pretty much the same. So it's obviously, you know, they've probably only just got the master left, so they're not, you know, I don't think they can actually do anything with them. Quality of this one is, it's been cleaned, I've done the best I can. It's just a bit burnt out, if that makes sense. So by that I mean, on some tracks, some of the high frequencies, like, you know, the S's and stuff like that, are slightly distorted. So it's getting on, but you can listen to it. It's more than playable. So many tracks on here: Brain Tap Shuffle, Any World, yeah, Becker and Fagan. I did tell you there's going to be a very big, very eclectic mix of stuff here. Again, I've had to replace the liners on those. They were absolutely shot to bits. And I've taken them all out of their PVC covers, because the PVC covers, when they're stored for decades, they can wreak their own kind of damage, and that damage can go right through to the vinyl itself. So some of my stuff, it's actually marked, some of the vinyl, and you cannot remove it. You've just got to live with those marks. Next up, I won't take this out simply because I can't get it back into these sleeves. I need to buy a sleeve, an outer sleeve or something more substantial. There's nothing special. I had a set of these interview picture discs, and I've salvaged this one. Didn't realise I had any left, which is a David Bowie one. If you know anything about picture discs, they're absolutely, pretty much from the beginning, the quality is not good. It's not very good. It's just the way they're produced. I think I can't remember how they do it now, but the quality is never really good, and they don't really stand the test of time, or, you know, multiple plays. Yeah, it's okay. It's just an interview. As I say, there's quite a few of these. I had quite a lot of these. They just went through this gimmick of putting interviews on picture discs. I sold the rest of them many years ago, and I thought I was going to put this into a charity shop, this one. I thought I'll give it a clean, see what it's like. The interview was quite interesting. I'll try and put some pictures up here. So yeah, it's a bit of a connection to an odd collection that I had. Trying to think of the other ones I had. I think I had Blondie, Madonna. I might have had Robert Palmer, and they're all interview discs. No idea whether they came in a specific sleeve, promo sleeve themselves. No idea really. So as I said, we'll do 5 each time on these videos, and we'll number them. So fair warning, if it's not your kind of thing, then fair enough. Last one for this video is again an original. I'm a massive fan all the way through their career. They stayed old school all the way through. Some of their later albums are so technical, really technical. If you understand and you appreciate mixing and sampling, and that is this absolute legend of an album from Beastie Boys. This is my original. Now, when I took this out of the collection, I just thought there is no way I'm going to be able to keep this. It's probably going to be so bad. You've got to remember, when this was put away, I don't know, decades ago, probably wasn't clean. It's been exposed to so much dust, so much wear and tear, so much nicotine, you know, taken out, travelled around, abused. But yeah, that's the infamous inner sleeve of the lads. Fantastic album. Fantastic album. Absolutely fantastic. So this has been reissued, but anyway, as I was saying, so I think I tacked this 3 times, cleaning this, bringing this one back up, and I was like a little bit apprehensive. Let's see how the Technics handles it after all these years, and it's absolutely fine. I mean, when I say cleaning, I mean I've just got a pretty much standard but quite strong solution. Sometimes I'll let that soak in, depending on how much I use, how bad the record is, and then I've just got a like a lint-free cloth, and then we'll do that a few times. We'll dry it gradually, work it in completely to the record, and then follow it up with a finer grade, and then just buff the record completely. And it works. It works. I'm not interested in going down these rabbit holes of what some people suggest. It's just crazy. And the funniest thing about watching some vinyl videos is you discover the absolute insanity of audio files. I didn't really know it was a thing. And there was this guy, I just like watching them, they just make me laugh. They absolutely make me laugh. There was one guy, he spent so much money even his power supply comes in separately into his music room, you know. It's just, I mean, but then again, psychologically, you know, if you think it sounds better, then obviously good luck to you. It's a bit like the current, sort of the new comeback of valves, some people call them tubes, as warmth. I don't know about all that, guys. I don't know. You can even see on here, this sleeve stayed up on the wall. You can even see the drawing pin marks. Maybe you can't see them, but they're there. Yeah, this one stayed up on the wall. So this was a real test of how things were going to go. I thought, well, if I can bring this one back, then I'm going to be happy. I mean, the reissue is about £25 for this. I think it's about £25. Yeah, it's just crazy, absolutely crazy. So yeah, that was a success. So that's all 5. That's going to be the format of the videos. I mean, the channel doesn't change. There's no change on the channel. Still gaming stuff, still random videos. Let's call this room a media room because I do so much other stuff in here as opposed to just gaming. I mean, I'm really on a kind of major thing with retro TV. So I've got some real classic TV series on DVD. I'm ploughing through them at the moment, and I kind of almost like treat myself, and I'll hold those back so that I can watch them on the CRT or the various CRTs in the room. Unfortunately, one of the CRTs blew up and embarrassed itself, smoked, absolutely stunk the place out. Very dangerous. Always have yourself an extinguisher when you're surrounded by this amount of old gear. So that's on the ever-increasing list to fix. If I can, I really would like to fix it. It's quite a cute little mains or 12-volt TV. I want to try and save that one. But yeah, there you go, guys. That's 5. That's the way we're going to do it. I won't ramble so much in the next one, but I do want to get through the current collection now and then. So it'll be a mix of what I've picked up and what I've saved. I want to just say what I've saved and restored. Just want to say, I forgot to say, going back to this, this average white band, person to person, you're better off listening to this with headphones. I find the kind of mix in this to be quite poor from the vocals. The vocals are just way off. They're like so far in the distance. There's like way too much emphasis given to just about every other instrument in the band. That's my only real kind of criticism of this one. But yeah, other than that, this has even got a live version of Pick Up the Pieces. I think it's Pick Up the Pieces. Am I getting that right? Which was, I think, was one of their biggest hits. So yeah. But there you go, guys. There you go. I'm going to shut up now. Absolutely shut up and let you go. And yeah, that'll be pickups. It's not really pickups though, is it? I've got to come up with something else. But yeah, that's the first video. So guys, take care of yourselves and be safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.